Rivet crew, happy Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday, we did a hero WOD with a lot of pulling in it. So today we are balancing it out with a lot of pressing. Today's workout is all about strict overhead press, which is a movement we don't do a whole lot in workouts. We do, a lot of push press, push jerk, whatever, more dynamic. We're going to slow it down today, make it strict, and get some weights on the shoulders and press overhead in a very strict fashion, right? And by strict, real quick, we're going to keep those knees locked in place, right? There will be none of this going on, right? You're going to squeeze your quads, you're going to lock the knees, and that strict press is going straight up overhead using shoulders and upper body only. That can be done, of course, Fit 30 athletes, 2 dumbbells. Our CrossFitters will be using a barbell today. So we have a descending ladder, as you can see, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, all the way down to 1. After each and every set, you will be doing 400 meters on the bike and 15 AbMat sit-ups. So you do 10 press, then the bike and the sit-ups, then you'll do 9 press, then the bike and the sit-ups. You get the idea. Weight-wise, you can see my prescribed weights there. These look like they're probably not too heavy. It's like on the kind of lighter, maybe medium side for most of us. But let me tell you, this is a pretty high volume workout. This will get fatiguing. So going into this, plan on breaking up at least those first 5 rounds, right, the 10 through the 6, probably into 2 sets. And then also weight choice, you should be choosing a weight that you don't have to break more than once on those sets. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, probably unbroken, don't have to be. That's something to shoot for once we get into that last part of the workout. And then the bike and the sit-ups. The nice thing about the strict press is it's kind of a low heart rate, more just sort of strength-oriented movement. So we can go pretty hard on the bike and the sit-ups. We can kind of jack our heart rate up and get moving on those, get them done. That way when we get back to the press, everything slows down a little bit as we do those. Going back for a second about breaking up our reps in the strict press. So we want to break up those sets before the reps start getting really slow and grindy. If we get to the point where we're really struggling to get those weights off the shoulders and they're getting really slow, then you've probably gone a little bit too far, right? Well, ideally, we're doing some nice, smooth sets. We're taking a timed break. We're taking a pre-planned break, and we're going on and finishing up that set in a nice, smooth manner. Don't get to the point where it's really a struggle to get it off the shoulders, because that's going to force you to take too long a break before you get back to the weight again. So pre-planned, brief breaks before everything starts getting too slow in your press. Things to think about today. So this is probably going to take 20 plus minutes. It's on the longer side today. Do not underestimate those AbMat sit-ups. There are 150 of them throughout the course of the workout. And the interesting thing about this one, as we get to the second half of the workout, there's a lot less time in between the bike and the sit-ups, right? So at the beginning of the workout, there's quite a bit of break in between the bike and the sit-ups each time we do it. But towards the end, you keep going back to the bike and there's sit-ups. There's a lot more of that, or so it seems. But like I said earlier, keep cranking on the bike. Do your sit-ups right. What I want you to think about today, 2 things, mostly on the press, because today's workout is all about the press. 2 things, very important things. First, setting the shoulders. I have mentioned this a lot in videos and in class a lot. We always want to make sure we are setting the shoulder properly. What we're doing here is you're kind of pulling the head of the humerus kind of back and down into the socket, and the shoulder blade is being pulled down towards your hips, right? We kind of shrug the shoulders, pull those shoulder blades up and down. We should have head of the humerus right in that socket and shoulder blades flat on top of your rib cage and pulled down towards your hips in the back. This is our stable, strong position. This protects your shoulders and enables you to get a lot more kind of strength out of those shoulders due to the stability of the way you have set them. So set the shoulders. And then midline stabilization is very important in today's workout. It's very important whenever we're pressing weight overhead so we don't arch our back. And the challenge about today's workout is those AbMat sit-ups, right? That's going to fatigue this area a little bit. So we need to be very aware, even though this gets fatigued, or especially because this is getting fatigued, to keep everything locked down in the front, right? We think about keeping the rib cage pulled down towards the hips with a nice tight set of engaged abs right in the middle. We lock this down in the front, and as we press overhead, we keep that locked down, right? The thing here, if this disengages, right, we tend to end up in a sort of like an arch position. As we go forward, hips forward, put a lot of pressure on the low back, no good. So keep this locked down here for a nice neutral position when we press up overhead. We'll be doing a little bit of mobility work in class today prior to the workout. For those of us who struggle with that overhead piece, so everybody ideally can get fully extended through the shoulder while keeping this midline locked down. So, things to think about today. Good straight overhead press workout today with some biking and some AbMat sit-ups. Come in, get it done, be more awesome. See you at the gym. Working out.